years with the Spanish Ministry of Culture as the project manager and at the Creative European Cultural Desk. Isabel has worked with several international cultural institutions. She's also been a bookseller at Sofia National Art Museum in Madrid and later worked at the Arts and Cultural Administration at the Embassy of Spain in Philippines. Isabel has experience in cultural communication and heritage projects. She has also been a consultant with the Escuela Toller de Filipinos Foundation in Manila. She has worked for the European Union Public Diplomacy and Outreach Program for Indonesia and the ASEAN. Isabel has also managed projects at the Spanish Ministry of Culture and has coordinated many cultural initiatives such as Philippines Spanish Concert in Manila and an innovative project called Oral Cuisine, which connects sound art, food and impairment. We are delighted to have you with us. So Isabel will have a presentation. She will address you. After that, you can ask any question you want to have. Okay? So अभी आपको बताएंगे कि स्पेनिश सीखना है फॉरेन लैंग्वेज, तो उसमें क्या क्या करते हैं. सर्वांतिस इंस्टीट्यूट होता है, वो लैंग्वेज को प्रमोट करता है, तो आप सीखेंगे. ठीक है?
Okay, can I get up? Okay. Namaskar, namaste, hola, hello. So, I don't know if it's going to be the most amazing presentation of your life, because it's a quite institutional presentation. I promise that next time I will prepare something special for you. Okay? So let us start. Do you speak Spanish or do you know any word in Spanish? No? Vamos, chalo. Chalo, chalo. In Spanish is vamos. With a short Spanish class. So in Spanish, we say hola when we want to greet somebody. Hola means hello. So can I hear how you pronounce hola? Hola? Hola. Very good. Muy bien. If you want to say goodbye to somebody, you say adiós. That's right? Adiós. Adiós. But if you are going to see this person in a while later on, you can say hasta luego. See you soon. Hasta luego. Introduction. If I want to say my name is Isabel, in Spanish you would say mi nombre es Isabel. Your name. Very good, muy bien. What else? If you want to say good morning, thank you, suprabat. You would say buenos días. I cannot listen this. Buenos días. And if you want to say good afternoon, you would say buenas tardes. Can I hear this? Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. And if you are going to go to bed, you are going to sleep, you would say buenas noches. Buenas
The sound system is bad. Okay, kids. Now we'll resume. भैया ये presentation चला दीजिए. Ma'am, please have a seat. Yeah, this is for you. Yes. Yeah. This is from the AMC. Okay. This is Gujarati. sit there. Yeah, sit there. Come, sit there. Yeah. ओके किड्स, अभी आपको स्पेनिश सीखना है तो मैम आपको बताएंगी स्पेनिश कैसे सीखते हैं और इंडिया में कौन कौन है जो स्पेनिश सिखाता है, ठीक है? तो आप देखना।
Hola. Hola, as you know already and you can use, means hello in Spanish. So I'm going to do a very short presentation about who we are, Instituto Cervantes, and what is our mission here in India, but as well in the rest of the world, because we are in different countries. Okay, next slide, please. So my name is Isabel. I am the cultural manager of Instituto Cervantes, the Spanish Cultural Center, and we are actually a public institution created by the government of Spain in 1991. We are under the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cooperation and European Union, and our main goals and aims are to promote Spanish language and to disseminate and promote the culture of Spanish-speaking countries. Next slide, please. Spanish language. When we speak about Spanish language, we are speaking about a language that is spoken by more than 600 million of people and is the official language in 21 countries. Spain, but there are other countries where Spanish is spoken, countries from Latin America. Somebody knows any country from Latin America? Chile? What else? Have you watched the film Coco? Do you know this film, Coco? No? Do you know Mexico? Yes? People in Mexico speak Spanish. Do you know tango? The dancing? No? Tango is from Argentina. And people in Argentina, they speak Spanish as well. So there are a total of 21 countries speaking Spanish in the world. Besides this, Spanish language is the second most spoken mother tongue in the world after Mandarin Chinese. Second most spoken mother tongue. It's the sixth language in the publishing production sector, which is good to know now that we are here in the Ahmedabad International Book Festival. It's the second most important language in the film industry, the third most common target language for translation after German and French, and the sixth language from which translations are made. So as you can see, I think that you should think about learning Spanish one day, if you are not doing this already. Okay? Next slide, please. Where are we? As I said, we are from Instituto Cervantes, and we, as a cultural center, we are in 54 countries across the world, across all continents. So here is Spain, the yellow one. Here you can find countries from Latin America where they speak Spanish. There is an African country as well where Spanish is spoken, Equatorial Guinea, over here, okay? And the red color show where Instituto Cervantes is, okay? Where we have centers to learn Spanish. Next slide, please. And where are we in India? Because I showed you the world map, but in India we have a center, a physical center in New Delhi since 2007. In Hanuman Road, Connaught Place, in the center of New Delhi, we have this beautiful building where people go to learn Spanish and to enjoy cultural activities. I am the person in charge of the programs of cultural activities at the center. Instituto Cervantes New Delhi is the biggest center in the world. So for us it's a very important center in the network because we have more than 7,000 students per year, Indian students learning Spanish, and every day we can find around 280, 320 students at our center learning Spanish. Beside this center, we have as well exam center in other cities in India, for example in Calcutta, Mumbai, but the unique center, the only center, physical center here in India is in New Delhi. Next slide, please. And what we do, I already mentioned this, but very quickly, as I said, we promote the Spanish language. We organize general and specific courses about Spanish language and other languages from Spain, because in Spain we speak Spanish, but there are other 3 official languages, okay? And we organize the official exam to certificate people and to recognize that they speak Spanish, which is called Diploma in Spanish as a Foreign Language. And of course, we support the work done by Hispanists, Indian scholars, Indian experts, that they are experts of Spanish language and culture. And as a second goal, and this is my part, we promote the culture of Spanish-speaking countries. How do we do this? Through a multidisciplinary cultural program in collaboration with Indian agents and other stakeholders, where we present activities related to visual arts, cinema, heritage, music, and literature. The reason why I am here this afternoon. So, about literature, next slide. Well, here you can see a few pictures of our cultural activities at the center, okay? We have exhibition, we have concert, we have lectures, we have cinema forum, we have the Spanish Day, where all the ambassadors from Spanish-speaking countries gather together and we celebrate the Day of the Spanish Language. Next slide, please. We have as well film screening. We have as well activity related to heritage. This is a festival, a ritual that comes from Ecuador. That's called Inti Raymi. It's the festival of sun. Okay, and we have collaboration with Indian artists as well. For example, in this picture, you can see an Indian artist, Dr. Minu Bakshi, who is interpreting the poems of a Spanish writer called Ángel González. Next slide, please. Related to literature, next one. We organize activities and we are present in book fairs, in literary festival. We organize ourselves literary events at our center or in collaboration with other institutions. We have as well literary workshops, publications, exhibitions, etc. Just a few pictures to show you what kind of activity we have. Here you can see it's an exhibition that we have right now called Ibero-American Fonts. It's about typography, design, and literature. Next one, please. And we participate in book fair. For example, last February we had a stand at the Delhi World Book Fair, and I hope that we will be in the next edition as well in January. Next one. Very soon, next week, we will be collaborating with the Long Night of Literatures, which is a European literary festival that we organize at the European Cultural Center. We will have 14 authors from different European countries. We as well collaborate with Indian Festival. At the end of November, some of our authors will be participating in Chair Poetry Evenings at the Kolkata's International Poetry Festival. And we have as well our literary events at our center. Next one, please. Beside this, beside the events, beside the activities, we support as well publications. We even publish some books related to Spanish writers, translated into other languages. In this case, right now, we are working in a project where we are going to translate the poems by Ángel González. We are celebrating his 100th anniversary birth, and we are going to have a publication where 7 of his poems are going to be translated into English, Bengali, Hindi, Marathi, and Urdu. This is an example of other kind of project that we have and we develop in the field of literature at Instituto Cervantes. Next one. And yes, we are in New Delhi. And I know that not everybody is in New Delhi. This country is very, very big. But if you are interested in Spanish culture, there are some resources online that you can visit. We have our YouTube channel where we record oral activities. If you want to watch a concert by a Spanish artist, you can watch this concert through our YouTube channel. We have as well an online library. We have online book clubs and cinema. So there are options. And of course, all this information, you can find it on our social media accounts. Next one. This is just an example. This is our YouTube channel. Next one, please. The online library. Next one. These online book clubs that we organize. So it's not needed to be in New Delhi to participate in this kind of activities. Next one, please. And this is the online Cervantes Center where there are a lot of resources related to literature, music, cinema, etc. Next one, please. And to end, next year, 2026, is going to be a very special year for us, for Spain and India, because we are going to celebrate the dual year. And that means that a lot of new projects and a lot of cooperation projects with Indian artists, writers, publishing houses are going to happen. So I invite you to follow our channels to be updated. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gracias.
The audience have been very patient, very great. Okay, so now did you get some idea about Spanish? No, okay, so we'll just briefly talk around issues of what the kids can understand. So you can start with what was your favorite book when you were a kid? Some Spanish book or any book that was your favorite. When you were a kid. So for kids, different kinds of literature is introduced. So what was it for you?
Well, actually, it was a book without text. My favorite book when I was a child. I think that in English the translation is Looking for Wally. So I really like Looking for Wally, this guy with glasses going around the world, and you have to find him in the middle of the pyramids of Egypt, or in the Machu Picchu, or in New York City. So for me it was very fun to try to see where Wally was.
Yeah. There's a movie also on that book. Okay, so when was the first time any Indian thinker or a literary luminary was introduced to you? Who was the first Indian person?
It was a character in a novel, actually. And I am happy to tell about this story right now here, because when I was 11 years old, in my little town in Spain, because I come from a town in the south of Spain, I took a book from a public library. The writer was British, if I remember well, but the story was set in India. And the main character was a child, a teenager. She was around 12 years old, something like that. And that story brought me for the first time to this country. I really love this book, that when I finished this book, I printed a picture of the Taj Mahal and I put it on my room. And this picture of Taj Mahal in my room stayed with me since I was 11 years old until I was 17 years old, when I left to go to the university. So the Taj Mahal picture, when I left to the university, I moved to other city, and my story with the Taj Mahal ended. 20 years after, well, more than 20 years, 23, I got this position in India.
Oh my God.
And my first thought was, I can't believe it. I could imagine when I was 11 years old, when I read this book, that one day I will live in this country.
So, having that Taj Mahal picture when you were a kid, and now you must have visited Taj Mahal, right? So, what all you imagine, as kids we have those constructs, those imaginations. So, what sort of imagination you had for India, and was it anything different? And like, how was it when you saw Taj Mahal for the first time? That from imagination to seeing it for real for the first time.
Well, it was incredible. For me, it was a very special moment, because, as I said, I spent with this picture several years in my room at my parents' house. So when I came here and I saw the Taj Mahal, the real Taj Mahal, a lot of souvenirs came to me, and it was a very special moment. And I think the Taj Mahal is even more beautiful in reality than in the picture.
Yeah, that's true. So, working with Cervantes in the world of literature, what kind of response you see from Indian audience? As in, you have a lot of presentations, a lot of workshops, even the Indian, there are a lot of Indian students, as you mentioned, around 280 to 300 students per year. So, like, what kind of response you have seen from the Indian community at Cervantes?
Well, I must say that our students at Instituto Cervantes are more into activities like music, cinema, because it's true that to get engaged with literature sometimes is a bit difficult if you know master a little bit the language. But besides this, there are some students for the higher levels that they are really enthusiastic. I would say that a common characteristic of our students at Instituto Cervantes is their enthusiasm. Yes, they are really active. They join all the activities that we do, and it's a very vibrant center. If you are all very welcome to visit us. You will feel that there is a real vibrant spirit.
Yeah, so like you talked about the movies, how Spanish is so important in the cinema industry. Similarly, there's this show Money Heist. It's so popular in India. It's like always on the top 10 at Netflix. So I wanted to know the kind of Indian engagement you have at the center. Why do these people join it? Okay, that one can be, let's say, to go for the higher studies. You want to have those qualifications for admissions. One could be for movies, literature, but like, have you seen some sort of spirit in them that they're very much inclined towards Spanish? Because Spanish is not something a very small community speaking. A lot of millions and billions of people speak Spanish. So what leads the Indian community towards it? Like, what is the driving force for joining Cervantes?
Well, in the past year there was an Indian film. I don't remember the name in Hindi. I remember the translation into Spanish. It was about three friends that they went to Spain for holidays.
It's Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Yes, this one. So, thanks to this movie, the registration in Spanish courses increased a lot. Actually, that helps a lot to promote Spanish language through cinema. And an Indian film made this.
So, do you see, like Cervantes not just collaborating in academic circles, but also in the movie industry, especially the Bollywood? I mean, have you seen some sort of collaboration coming up, or like the potential to it? The movie example you have given just now. Just wanted to know your.
Well, right now I know that there are a few Indian producer shooting in Spain, for example. And the Indian producer that want to make movies in Spain, usually they have a kind of support by the Embassy of Spain. I'm not talking about economic support, I am talking more about networking and do the liaison between the Spanish Film Commission and the Indian producers. They created in the framework of a film festival called Seminci. In this city they create this first forum for Indian and Spanish co-production. So little by little we are building some connection with the Indian film industry.
Yeah, coming back to the collaborations and especially the social networking, do you see, for example, you are in Ahmedabad today, the land of Gandhi. So, how Gandhi has been introduced in most of the countries, it's from beginning, especially in the public schools. So, what all authors, the literary luminaries are introduced in the public school, even it's in a form of translation. So, do you know like some examples where these political thinkers are introduced?
Well, it depends on the moment of the education system that you are. When you are in the know, I don't know if here you call this secondary school, but usually just in history class, you study Gandhi, the non-violence movement. In literature, you know, of course, about Tagore. And when you go to the university, and in my case, I studied history. I have a degree in history. This is my basic degree. I knew about authors like Amartya Sen, that you know very well because you are into the economics. So yes, I would say that in my case, they will be well, of course, about cinema, Satyajit Ray. Yes, in history, Romila Tapar. So some names, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Like you are very acquainted with those contemporary names because most of the things that, I mean, especially you see when you travel, you hear about Gandhi, Ambedkar, you know Patel. You know these are the names, but the examples that you've given, they're even more contemporary, and you know even this generation reads them. So,
and I love as well the film score composer. R.D. Burman, singer like Asha Butli. I really like Lala Mangeshkar. I don't know if I am.
Lata Mangeshkar.
Yes, all these songs from films. I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Coming back to, I was just thinking about you sharing this Taj Mahal experience, how hard one could manifest. Just keeping the picture on your fridge or in your memory book and then having to witness India in person. So, with your experience, since January you are in India, what was your most profound memory in here so far?
Since I arrived here,
Yeah.
I had a lot of impressive experiences. I would say that my trip around Ladakh, it was
It's one of my favorite place all over the world.
it was and then of course Varanasi. Varanasi was a stunning experience. Yeah. So far. I hope to be here more years and be able to travel around all
Is it
India.
your first time in Ahmedabad?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you have a lot to see around.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that note, we'll open the floor for questions for kids. If they have any, hello. आपको कोई सवाल है जो मैम से पूछना चाहते हो? आप हाथ खड़ा कीजिए. कुछ भी पूछना है, जैसे आप सर को पूछ रहे थे, आपकी फेवरेट किताब कौन सी है? आप गांधी से क्या सीखते हैं? We had this session before and they were like just asking questions. So, do you have some questions for ma'am?
I have a question for them.
Yeah, you have a question for them?
For them, yes.
Yeah, please ask.
Do you know any Spanish song?
कोई स्पेनिश गाना जानते हो आप? No?
Enrique Iglesias? Do you know Enrique Iglesias, the singer? No?
Enrique. It's quite popular in India.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. No? Or do you know a song called Despacito? Despacito. Na 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 na. Yes?
In the back, these two, they have like...
Yeah?
Okay, so thank you so much, Isabel, for coming, and thank you so
Thank
much.
you to you.
Great, and looking forward to have you at New Delhi, the coming festivals, and we'll make sure that you create a next memory in Ahmedabad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dhanyavad. Thank you.
So kids will take a picture and will, but one by one, slowly, गिरना नहीं, एक एक करके आओ. आराम से भागना
તમને જોવા માટે
પછી ચાલે જોવા મળે
એમને આ લોકો તમને જોવા આવ્યા દેવતા એમને
હાલો ના ના તો મજા લઈએ હજુ વાર લાગશે ચલો હવે અહીંયા ધ્યાન હવે
Okay, hello. Kids, we'll count 3, 2, 1 and we'll take picture, okay? Come. Everybody settle. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Okay.
એ બેસો હવે અહીંયા બેસો